Skyrim is more than just a game. It's a world. A place I return to not just for adventure, but to simply exist within it. It's a separate room in my memory, the door always unlocked, always waiting for me to step back inside. And what makes that room feel so real, so alive, are the sights and sounds that shape it. Skyrim isn't just something I play, it's something I experience. There are days when I don't embark on grand quests or seek out battles. Instead, I boot up the game just to walk. To hear the wind whisper through the pine trees. To listen to the river carving its path through the valley. To stand on a cliffside and watch the auroras paint the sky. The crunch of snow underfoot. The wooden creak of a sign swaying outside of an inn. All of these details work in harmony to create a world that feels tangible, a place I can escape to, where I can breathe. In this video, we're going to explore just what it is that makes Skyrim feel so real and timeless. The music that breathes life into every journey, the sounds that make the world feel alive, and the breathtaking landscapes that turn every moment into something worth pausing for. But here's the real question. Can another Elder Scrolls game ever capture this magic? Or is Skyrim one of those rare games that only happens once, something we'll always return to, even when newer worlds are waiting? Jeremy Soul's score isn't just background noise, it's the pulse of Skyrim's heart. The moment you hear those first solemn notes of far horizons, you're there. Not in your room, not at your desk, but standing in the wild, gazing at a sprawling landscape that stretches beyond the misty horizon. The music doesn't demand your attention. It invites you into the world, guiding you gently, shaping the emotions of your journey. From the triumphant swell of the Dragonborn theme, to the quiet, melancholic strings that play as you wander an empty road at dusk. The soundtrack reflects every facet of the world. It's not just something you hear, it's something you feel. It's the warmth of a fire in a cold tundra, the weight of history in an ancient ruin, the quiet reverence of a lone traveler watching the sun rise over Whiterun. Skyrim's music is timeless, much like the world it belongs to. It lingers in your mind long after you've stopped playing, calling you back. It's not just the music that brings Skyrim to life. It's the sound of the world itself. The gentle trickle of a creek winding through the forest. The distant rumble of thunder rolling across the mountains. The lonely call of a hawk soaring over the tundra. These sounds aren't just there to fill space. They are the world breathing, moving, existing with or without you. Walking through the forests of Falkreath, you hear the rustle of leaves as a deer moves through the brush. In Riften, the murmur of merchants and the lapping of water against docks paint a city alive with trade and secrets. In the depths of the Dwemer ruin, the eerie hum of ancient machinery reminds you that you are treading in footsteps of something long lost. Skyrim speaks in 1,000 different ways if you just stop and listen. And sometimes that's all I'll do. No quests, no objectives, just walking, listening, existing in a world that somehow still feels alive after all these years. But Skyrim isn't just heard, it's seen, and what a world it is. Snow-capped peaks piercing the sky, golden fields swaying in the wind, forests dense with mist and rivers carving their way through ancient stone. There's still something about Skyrim's landscapes that never loses its magic. Even after all this time, I still find myself pausing just to take it all in, to watch the reflections of the mountains in the still waters of Lake Ilinalta, to stand at the edge of the throat of the world, looking down on the world stretched below, to wander through a city at night, watching the lanterns flicker in the windows of homes that still feel lived in, real. And of course there's the modding community, a testament to the love people have for Skyrim. Over the years, modders have expanded, enhanced, and reimagined the game in ways Bethesda never could have dreamed. From breathtaking new lands to overhauled weather systems that make the world feel even more alive, mods have allowed Skyrim to evolve alongside its players. Through mods, I've seen Skyrim in new ways. Overgrown forests teeming with wildlife and nature, new quests that feel like lost chapters of the original game, And yet, no matter how much I change, no matter how many mods I install, the soul of Skyrim remains untouched. The heart of the world beats on, waiting for me to return. The world outside of Skyrim can feel overwhelming. The noise, the stress, the constant pressure of life. It never stops. But Skyrim does. It waits, still and patient, for whenever I need it. It's a place to retreat to when everything feels too heavy. A world where time moves at my pace, where I can lose myself in the quiet simplicity of a life without deadlines or expectations. And after all these years, Skyrim has also become something else. A memory of those who we've shared it with. Some of us have even lost someone since its release. A friend who used to adventure alongside us. A parent who watched us play, maybe even tried the game for themselves. Their stories, their laughter, their presence still lingers in this world. In the character they created. In the choices they made. In the places they love to explore. Skyrim becomes a window to the past, a way to revisit those memories, even if only for a little while. So what does all this mean for the next Elder Scrolls? Can another game ever truly replace Skyrim? Or will it simply be another room in our memory, waiting to be filled with new sights, new sounds, new stories? The world has changed since Skyrim was released. Gaming has changed. And yet the things that make Skyrim special, the sense of wonder, the depth of its world, the way it invites you in rather than pushes you forward, those things are timeless. If Bethesda can capture that same magic, if they can craft a world that feels just as alive, just as inviting, then perhaps years from now we'll find ourselves stepping into another room in our memories, one that feels just as much like home as Skyrim does. But for now, Skyrim remains. A place I return to time and time again. A world that waits, patient and unchanging, for the moment I step back inside and lose myself in its sights and sounds once more.